So we want to create something more from our planner tasks. We want to be able to actually quantify when tasks are being created, when they're being completed, what our rate of completion is, and lots of other information. And we can do that with Planner, but it starts here with Planner, where we have to export. Whoops, sorry about that. So we have to take our plans, export them, and then turn them into spreadsheets that we can then import into OneDrive. So today we're going to talk all about those many pieces of the puzzle that we need to do in order to view our data as a dashboard, and then just simply update those planner files using Power Automate. So we're going to get into that in another video, but let's get into how do we create a basic data set within Power BI. So let's get started. So the first thing that we need to do when we go to Power BI is we need to realize that right down here is data set. If you say here create, you're just going to be able to paste in information or pick a published data set, meaning that I've already created a data set. But if you haven't done this before, then this can kind of be a little overwhelming. Let's just go ahead and the first thing we need to do is find where the data set, what the file is that we want to use. And in this case, we've created a file within our environment here. We've dumped over this plan here from Planner. So we've gone to Planner, we've said export this plan to Planner, and we've dumped it right here into this spreadsheet. And because now we have that spreadsheet, we need to put it into a directory that we can create a data set in Power BI. So step one, dump the plan, export to Excel. Step two, it dumps it right down here. This is just a copy of it right here in your this happens to be just in my downloads directory. And then step three is we got to dump it into, whoops, daisy. We got to dump it into OneDrive. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to just open up task dumps, a little folder I just created. And I'm just going to put in right here, personal. Okay. So I'm just going to dump it over there. And you can see it's uploading. There it is right there. It shows no problem at all. So we don't need this anymore. So now we need to create the data set itself inside of Power BI. So open up your Power BI and you'll come to the home screen just like this. The first step that you want to do is say get data. Right down here at the bottom, don't let it confuse you, it's there, get data. And what we want to do is get data from our files right here. Okay, so we're going to click on get, and then notice it gives you lots of options. Now you can get data from a SharePoint site, even from a list, and from a local file that's in a local directory on your system. But I'm going to do it from OneDrive so that this works anywhere. Even if my computer isn't on, it's still going to work. So I'm going to click OneDrive for Business, and here I'm going to have these directories, and there it is right there, personal. We just loaded it 55 seconds ago. We're just going to click on go, and we're going to hit connect. Now we have to decide whether we're going to manage it with its existing configuration. So if you've used pivot tables and things like that, then you may want to use this one here. But I just import Excel right into Power BI, and then the data is automatically refreshed from OneDrive. So I use this option here. You can use either, but I'm going to do the import. Okay. Now, this is the first error that you're going to receive, and I wanted to show this to you because it's important that you understand how to fix this error. So just hit close, it's no big deal. And we're going to go back to our OneDrive here, and we're going to open it up here. It's going to click open. And what we're going to do is clean up this file first of all. And if you watch the video on how to use Excel to view your planner results, you'll have already known how to do this. But here we're just going to hit Control A, which is select all. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to hit right there, format. I always think it's under the data tab. It might be as well, but it's under home. right here, format as a table. We're going to click on, I just picked the first one. I say that it has headers. We're going to hit OK. And then it's going to format this as a table. Notice here, you got the little drop downs now. So, and when you go to data, you can take those drop downs off, by the way, if you want, but it's formatted as a table. Okay. And watch the other video on what you can do with this, just native inside of Excel. But we're good here. We see that it has already said saved. And so we're good to go. Now we're going to go back here to Power BI and we're going to start over. We're just going to hit get data, right? Local drive. We're going to go down to task dumps, personal, connect, and we're going to import. Now it's going to import that file for us. Okay. So we automatically imported it. Now notice here that it is a data set. All right, so it's already made a data set for us. So when we look at data sets, now we're going to see personal. All right, so that is how you set up a data set. Now you're going to have to view the other video for getting into Power BI. In the next video, we're actually going to open up this data set, connect to it, and create a dashboard from it. So stay tuned for those other videos. But here, now you've successfully created a data set directly from a file here in OneDrive. And when you update this file, what I do when I have changes once a week, I go in, I redump my information to Excel. I open up this spreadsheet right here and I just cut and paste my new data in there. I don't change the table. I don't change the header. I just change the first row, right? I just open it up like this. I copy all the existing, I do a Control A, right? I copy all the existing data. I move down one so I don't take out the top, and I just hit delete, and then I add in my new data. And once I do that, it shows up in my dashboard for me inside of Power BI. So pretty cool. We're going to talk about that in the next video.